Hello, my name is Michelle Parker, and this is my class, Drug Use and Abuse, done on coursesites. We're going to go over to the modules, pull up the modules. First I have an overview of Module 1. It says, please view this item first. It was created with Powtoons. It's a slideshow, and I'm not going to play it, but you can play it if you look at my course. Next, I have a welcome. A welcome to Drug Use and Abuse. This is a quick start course to get you familiar with illicit or street drugs and the disease which causes addiction. This is a fast-paced class, so be ready to spend quite a bit of time studying the contents. I will try to be available as much as possible. Please email me any questions you have. Please remember, this is a very interesting subject, and I hope you have fun while learning. Please introduce yourself in the discuss section of this course. I have started with my introduction. And then the next thing we have is Module 1 is terminology. And it says, most of the time illicit drugs or street drugs will not be called by their medical names. This module is to familiarize you with the slang names of street drugs. A good understanding of what a person who is addicted is communicating is essential for social workers in order to help them get well. My class is for social workers to get a working knowledge of the world of drug abuse. And then Module 1, terminology. My learning objective is, by the end of Module 1, as a result of the terminology documents, learners will be able to investigate slang terms for illicit drugs. And we're going to open Module 1. And then I've got an article, a web link to Teen Drug Slang, a dictionary for parents. And then I've got another web link, Molly Spice and Orange Crush, slang for dangerous drugs. And then I have a YouTube video, drug slang words. After that, I have a discussion board module. The discussion for this week deals with slang words for street drugs and pharmaceuticals. Please discuss which terms are new to you and any not included in the articles or the YouTube video. I have a terminology assignment, which is a matching assignment. Please match the slang drug term or activity to the correct name of the drug or activity. Then send the completed file to my email. This is just a Word document. It opens up in Word. Microsoft Word or Office Suite. Then it's a matching, as you can see there, matching, and kind of fill in the blank. And then I have a reminder, before the week is over, please download one of these drug translator apps onto your phone. And I've got 2 websites for the learners to go to download a translator for their phone. And that's pretty much it for Module 1. And we'll go to Module 2. Module 2 is Signs, Risk, and Prevention. This module will cover signs, risk, and prevention of street drug use. The learning objective is, by the end of Module 2, as a result of the videos on signs, risk, and prevention, learners will be able to interpret signs, determine risk, and promote prevention of illicit drug use. And we'll click on Module 2. I've got a web link, Drugs, Brains, and Behavior, the Science of Addiction. I've got a YouTube video about baby boomers at risk for drug abuse, and another YouTube video, Signs and Symptoms of Prescription Drug Abuse. Then my discussion for Module 2 is discuss your experience with signs of specific drug abuse, and of course no names for that. Different drugs can cause different signs of use, so please discuss your experience with the signs of specific drugs abuse. Then I have a prevention assignment. Go to the library online or in person and find 2 peer-reviewed articles on the prevention of drug abuse. One needs to be an older dated version, and one must be from 2015 to 2017. Please write a critique for each paper. Feel free to use your opinion and prior knowledge of the prevention of drug abuse. The purpose of this assignment is to see if there are new ideas on the prevention of drug abuse and how do they compare with old ideas. And then before the week is over, study for assessment coming up next week. It will cover slang and signs of drug abuse. Moving on to Module 3. Most commonly used street drugs. Learning objective is, by the end of the Module 3, as a result of discussion questions and videos, learners will be able to discuss the most commonly used illicit drugs. I've got a web link, most commonly used addictive drugs. Another web link, substance abuse trends in Texas, June 2014. And then a YouTube video, the new face of heroin addiction. And then a discussion. After reading the article Substance Abuse Trends in Texas, June 2014, were you surprised at the 5 most commonly used drugs in Texas? Why or why not? I would like an in-depth reason. That was my discussion for Module 3. Then Module 3 assignment or assessment is a Kahoot game. I have a web link to a Kahoot game that I created. And moving on to Module 4. Module 4 is Patterns of Use, and the learning objective is, by the end of Module 4, as a result of the investigation of online resources, learners will be able to research the patterns of use for illicit drugs. I've got a web link, 10 patterns of addictive behaviors. How do you know you have an addiction? And then I have a YouTube video, addiction patterns. Another YouTube video, break anxiety and addiction by examining your patterns. Then I've got a Merlot search web link, which is Addiction, Drugs, Brains, and Behavior, the Science of Addiction. Then discussion module 4 is please discuss the patterns of addiction and how to stop the cycle of a drug addiction. Module 4 assignment is to go to Merlot and conduct a search on the patterns of abuse. Investigate the patterns and write a 2-page critique on how the patterns affect drug abusers. It says, please type and spell check your papers, and then email it to me by Sunday at midnight. And then I've got a reminder. It says, remember, next week is the last week of our class. Then moving on to Module 5. Module 5 is treatment. And the learning objective is by the end of Module 5, as a result of videos and articles on treatments, learners will be able to specify different treatments for illicit drug addiction. And Module 5, I've got a web link called The Group, YouTube video, Recovery Options Treatment for Drug Addiction and Alcoholism. And then I've got another web link, Treatment Approaches for Drug Addiction. Then I've got a self and peer assessment, Module 5. And then I have a note that says, you have finished the class, Drug Use and Abuse. Thank you for participating in my class, Drug Use and Abuse. I hope you have come away with a working knowledge of the world of drug abuse. Please be sure to fill out my survey on the class. And then go back to modules. And at the bottom, you'll find that I have a survey. Survey on drug use and abuse. Please fill out the survey on how well the class went. I have not created that survey yet, but when I do, it'll be on SurveyMonkey, and then I'll link it to this page. Again, my name is Michelle Parker, and I thank you for listening to my class, or listening to the video of my class. Thank you very much.